There's something different about you lately, and people can feel it without you saying a word. The energy you carry has changed. The way you walk into a room, the calm in your eyes, the quiet confidence in your presence, it leaves an impression that lingers long after you're gone. Someone close to your heart has started recognizing this too, not because of appearances or charming conversations, but because they have sensed the strength hidden beneath everything you show the world. They have noticed the version of you that kept going during difficult nights, the one who learned to heal alone, who stayed steady even when life felt unbearably heavy. You never asked for attention while rebuilding yourself. You never needed applause for surviving the moments that almost broke you. Yet that silent resilience became impossible to ignore. The person meant to stand beside you sees your depth now, and it's affecting them in ways they never expected. You are not someone easily forgotten or casually replaced. There's a rare kind of peace in you, mixed with quiet intensity, and that combination draws people in naturally. While many spend years pretending to have it all together, your strength was earned through experience, patience, and growth. Every challenge shaped your perspective, every disappointment refined your character, and every setback taught you how to rise with more wisdom than before. That is why your presence feels powerful now. Not loud, not forced, just real. And in a world filled with temporary connections and surface-level emotions, authenticity like yours becomes unforgettable. That is what they see, and it overwhelms them, because they were not prepared for someone like you. They may have met beauty before. They may have met charm before. They may have met people who knew how to attract attention. But they have never met someone whose energy speaks before their mouth opens. Someone whose peace unsettles chaos. Someone whose presence forces others to confront what they lack within themselves. That is why they keep thinking about you, even when they try not to, even when they distract themselves, even when they tell themselves to stay logical, to remain detached, to act unaffected. Something about you breaks through every wall they built, and here is the truth no one told you. When someone encounters a soul carrying genuine light, one of two things happens. They rise to meet it, or they lose composure trying to understand it. Your soulmate is in the second stage now. They are trying to understand why your energy lingers after you leave, why your words echo in their mind hours later, why your calmness feels more powerful than anyone else's performance, why being near you makes them feel exposed, inspired, challenged, awakened. Because what you carry inside is not merely confidence, it is alignment. It is the quiet force of someone who has suffered, learned, evolved, and refused to become bitter. And that kind of soul is unforgettable. Listen carefully. Your soulmate is not losing control because of what you look like. Not because of attention, not because of fantasy. They are losing control because they can sense that being with you would change them. And transformation terrifies people who have spent their lives avoiding themselves. That is why they hesitate. That is why they stare and then look away. That is why their energy feels intense one moment and distant the next. Because part of them wants to run toward you, and another part knows. If they let themselves love you fully, they will never be the same again. You awaken something in them they cannot ignore. You make them want to become more disciplined, more honest, more healed, more worthy, and not because you demanded it, but because your existence reminds them of who they could be. Think about that. What if your power was never in chasing? What if your power was never in proving? What if your greatest influence has always been simply becoming who you were meant to be? That is the secret they are discovering now. The more you evolve, the more impossible you become to forget. The more you protect your peace, the louder your presence becomes. The more you stop begging for recognition, the more undeniable your worth appears. And your soulmate feels all of it. They feel the difference between you and everyone else. Because others may have offered excitement, but you offer meaning. Others may have offered attraction, but you offer transformation. Others may have offered temporary escape, but you offer something far more dangerous, a mirror. You reflect back to them the life they could live, the love they could feel, the version of themselves they have not yet become. And that reflection is powerful enough to shake them. So if their energy has been restless lately, if their emotions feel stronger than before, there comes a point in every deep connection where emotions stop feeling light and start carrying weight. That shift happens when someone finally recognizes the rare presence standing in front of them. What once felt easy to overlook suddenly becomes impossible to ignore. Your absence begins to feel louder than your attention ever did. And the closer they get to understanding your importance, the more they realize you were never meant to be temporary in their story. What they are experiencing now goes far beyond simple attraction. It is the quiet fear of losing something meaningful before fully appreciating it. They are beginning to notice that your energy no longer waits in the same place it once did. The comfort of assuming you would always remain available is slowly disappearing, and that realization is affecting them more deeply than expected. People often delay what matters most, believing time will always give them another chance. But emotions change when they sense distance growing. The connection itself is evolving into something far more intense and undeniable. Curiosity is turning into emotional attachment, and admiration is becoming urgency. They are starting to understand that some people enter your life only once, and if mishandled, they do not return in the same way again. That awareness creates a pressure they cannot easily escape, because now, instead of wondering how they feel about you, they are questioning what life would feel like without you in it. And perhaps the strongest part of all this is the transformation happening within you. Your energy feels different because you are no longer chasing validation or waiting for certainty. You are naturally pulling back, protecting your peace, and choosing yourself more than before. Ironically, that quiet distance is exactly what is making them finally see your true value with complete clarity. They notice that you no longer wait the same way, no longer chase the same way, no longer seek validation the way most people do, and that terrifies them, because now they understand the person they were slowly trying to figure out may not remain within reach forever. Pause for a second and feel the weight of that. It is one thing to admire someone powerful. It is another thing entirely to realize that powerful person may walk away. That is what has disrupted their peace. They are beginning to imagine life without your presence, without your messages, without your attention, without the possibility of you choosing them. And suddenly, the control they thought they had over their emotions is slipping. Because the strongest trigger for awakening hidden feelings is not always closeness. Sometimes it is the fear of loss. That fear has entered their heart now. They wonder who else sees what they see in you. They wonder who else notices your energy. Who else feels drawn toward your spirit? Who else may step forward while they hesitate? And for the first time, they are no longer only thinking about how deeply they feel for you. They are thinking about what it would cost to lose you. That realization changes everything, because love becomes real when the heart understands what is at stake, and your soulmate is reaching that threshold. They replay your conversations. They revisit moments with you in their mind. They study the smallest details, your tone, your pauses, your energy shifts. Why? Because they are trying to decode what you truly feel. trying to know if they still have time, trying to know whether the door to your heart remains open. And yet, there is another reason they are losing control. It is not only your value that affects them, it is your restraint. You do not force your way into their life. You do not beg for understanding. You do not collapse when attention is delayed. That level of self-respect is rare, and rare things create obsession, because when someone cannot predict you, cannot control your emotions, cannot assume your loyalty without effort, they become consumed by the possibility of losing access to you. That is what is happening. Your soulmate expected connection. They did not expect to be transformed by it. They expected chemistry. They did not expect awakening. They expected attraction. They did not expect to meet someone whose silence could shake them more than another person's words. And here is what many never realize. The most magnetic souls are not loud. They are not desperate. Some people spend their lives trying to be noticed, trying to prove their importance through noise, effort, or constant validation. But real presence works differently. The ones who truly understand their value move with quiet confidence. They don't chase attention because they already carry a rare kind of energy that naturally shifts every room they enter. And once you begin recognizing your own worth on a deeper level, the people around you start responding in ways that feel impossible to ignore. Something changes in the atmosphere. People become more aware of your absence, more thoughtful with their words, and more drawn to the calm strength you bring without even trying. There's a reason certain connections never fully fade, no matter how much time or distance passes. Some people eventually realize that what they felt with you cannot be recreated anywhere else. They may meet new faces, hear sweeter promises, or surround themselves with distractions, yet something still feels incomplete. That's because genuine connection is not built on convenience. It's built on depth, comfort, understanding, and the kind of peace that cannot be copied. What you carry emotionally leaves an imprint, and once someone experiences that sincerity, ordinary interactions begin to feel empty in comparison. The truth is, emotions pushed aside rarely disappear. In most cases, they grow stronger in silence. The more someone avoids what they truly feel, the more those feelings quietly build beneath the surface. Distance may delay honesty, but it cannot erase emotional truth forever. Eventually, the heart becomes too loud to ignore. And when someone finally understands the value of a person who brought light, balance, and authenticity into their life, that realization tends to stay with them far longer than they ever expected. So if you have felt tension building, if you sense the energy becoming heavier, if something in your spirit tells you they are nearing a breaking point, you are not imagining it. They are approaching the moment where hiding what they feel becomes impossible. But before that moment arrives, one final realization must hit them first. One realization so powerful, it will force them to decide whether they step forward or risk losing you forever. And when that realization lands, nothing between you will remain the same. Subscribe if you feel this message found you for a reason, because part 3 is where the truth they can no longer hide finally begins to surface. But before they speak, before they reveal what has been building inside them, something even more powerful is happening behind the scenes. Your soulmate is being forced into confrontation with themselves. Not with you, not with the world, with themselves. Because loving someone like you does not allow a person to remain half-evolved. You carry too much depth for shallow intentions, too much peace for chaotic games, too much self-respect for immature love. And now they understand. If they want access to the future they imagine with you, they must become someone capable of meeting you there. That realization is shaking them to their core, because it is easy to admire a powerful soul from a distance. It is much harder to rise into the kind of person who can stand beside one. This is why they have been unsettled, why their emotions come in waves, why their mind returns to you at random moments, why they cannot fully focus on anyone else no matter how much they try. Because your presence did not simply attract them, it activated them. You awakened the part of them that wants more from life, more truth, more purpose, more emotional honesty, more courage, and now they are caught between two versions of themselves, the version that still fears vulnerability, and the version that knows losing you would be the greater regret. That battle cannot last forever. Sooner or later, one side wins. Listen carefully. There comes a moment in every powerful connection when silence becomes heavier than confession, when pretending becomes more painful than honesty, when holding back hurts more than stepping forward. They are approaching that moment now. Every day your absence grows louder in their heart. Every day your mystery deepens in their mind. Every day they feel the distance between what they want and what they have not yet said. And eventually, the pressure of unspoken truth becomes unbearable. That is when everything changes, not because fate forces it, not because timing magically aligns, but because the human heart can only suppress truth for so long before it demands expression. Your soulmate is nearing that threshold. They are beginning to understand that control was never the answer, distance was never the answer, pretending indifference was never the answer. Sometimes the real turning point isn't love itself, but the bravery it demands from someone. The bravery to be honest about emotions they tried to hide, and the willingness to lower every wall they once believed protected them. After endless overthinking, emotional distance, and silent hesitation, one realization became impossible for them to ignore. Life no longer feels the same without your presence in it. Everything appears quieter, less fulfilling, almost incomplete in a way they never expected. What once felt manageable now feels empty because you awakened something deeper than attraction or temporary fascination. You became a rare kind of connection that brought hope back into places they had stopped believing in. The idea of a genuine bond, the kind people secretly dream about yet rarely trust, suddenly feels real to them because of you. And that understanding has started reshaping their perspective completely. They think more carefully now, reflect on old decisions differently, and question whether they have been investing their energy into the wrong things all along. Encounters like this do not leave people unchanged. Once someone experiences a connection that feels meaningful on a soul-deep level, ordinary interactions lose their impact. That is why your presence lingers in their mind so often. No distraction fully replaces it, and no routine thought manages to silence it. Somewhere within them, they know they have discovered something uncommon, a feeling that continues pulling them back toward you, no matter how hard they try to rationalize it away. No distraction lasts, no substitute works, no replacement compares. And the most powerful part? You did not force this. You did not chase it into existence. You did not beg to be chosen. You simply became your fullest self, and in doing so, you awakened something undeniable within them. So hear this clearly. Their loss of control is not weakness, it is awakening. It is the collapse of emotional walls they thought would protect them. It is the breaking of patterns that kept them distant. It is the soul recognizing something the mind can no longer rationalize away, and when they finally stop resisting, when they finally surrender to what their heart has known for some time, they will come forward changed, not halfway, not uncertain, not careless, but with the full understanding that crossing your path altered them forever. So continue becoming, continue growing, continue protecting your peace, because the energy you carry inside was never meant to be hidden. It was meant to be felt, to be recognized, to awaken those brave enough to receive it. And your soulmate, they feel it now more than ever. The storm inside them is reaching its peak, and what happens next will reveal whether they are truly ready for the love they claim to seek. Because once the heart awakens, there is no returning to sleep, and now the moment approaches, the one they have tried to postpone, avoid, and rationalize away, yet cannot escape any longer, because the storm within them has reached a point where silence is no longer protection. Silence has become suffering. Your soulmate is beginning to realize that every day they remain quiet. They risk becoming the person who lets something extraordinary slip away out of fear, and that thought haunts them. It follows them in quiet moments. It returns when the world goes still. It whispers when they imagine another person standing where they should have stood, because the truth has settled into their spirit now. You are not simply someone they admire, you are someone they could lose, and loss has a way of clarifying feelings faster than comfort ever can. That is why their emotions are becoming harder to hide, why their composure shifts around you, why their words sometimes carry more intensity than they intend, why their eyes reveal things their mouth still hesitates to confess. Their heart is moving ahead of their strategy now, and that is dangerous for someone who once believed they could remain in control, because when love reaches a certain depth, logic stops leading. The soul begins speaking louder. They feel the pull toward you even when they try to resist it. They imagine futures with you they never planned to imagine. At some point, they stopped imagining you as a passing moment and started picturing you as part of their future. Quietly, almost unexpectedly, a question settled into their thoughts. What if they lose the chance to have you in their life? Since then, things haven't felt simple anymore. Waiting no longer feels comfortable. Distance no longer feels harmless. Every conversation left unfinished lingers in their mind longer than before, and every opportunity missed feels heavier than it used to. Something inside them has shifted, not in a rushed or dramatic way, but in a way that feels intentional and real. They have begun to realize that certain connections arrive only once, and some people leave an impact too rare to ignore. The thought of letting this slip away has started to outweigh the fear of stepping forward. That realization changes people. It makes them more honest with themselves, more certain about what truly matters. And when someone who has spent so much time holding back finally decides to move closer, they don't arrive halfway. They show up with clarity, sincerity, and emotions they can no longer keep hidden. Their presence becomes steadier, their attention more meaningful, and their energy impossible to misunderstand. So if lately something feels different, if their actions seem more intentional, more grounded, more emotionally present, there's a reason for it. What you're noticing is not confusion anymore. It's someone finally recognizing the value of what they could lose and deciding they no longer want to risk it. The moment of truth is nearing. But hear this. Their approach will not only be about love, it will also be about respect, because they know now that someone like you cannot be met with half-hearted effort. You require truth, consistency, emotional maturity. Anything less will fail, and for perhaps the first time in their life, they are preparing themselves to meet that standard. If this message resonates and you feel the shift to, subscribe and stay close, because some journeys reveal themselves only to those paying attention. What makes this moment powerful is not merely that they want you, it is that they finally understand why they want you, not for comfort, not for validation, not to fill emptiness, but because your presence awakens the highest version of who they can become. That kind of love is rare. That kind of connection changes lives. And deep inside, they know they may never encounter it again if they lose this chance. So watch closely. The person who once held back will soon begin moving differently. The one who stayed silent will start revealing more. The one who fought their feelings will begin surrendering to them, because once someone understands the true value of what stands before them, delay becomes unbearable, and your soulmate is reaching that point now. They are almost ready to speak the truth, almost ready to admit what your energy has done to them, almost ready to tell you that meeting you changed something permanent inside their soul. When that moment comes, you will understand why all the distance, hesitation, and emotional tension had to happen first. Because some hearts do not awaken in a single instant. They awaken in stages, through resistance, through fear, through realization, through finally understanding what they stand to lose. And now, they understand. The next move is theirs, and if they are truly who your spirit has sensed they are, they will not remain silent much longer, and when they finally break their silence, it will not be casual. It will not be a small confession tossed into ordinary conversation. It will not be a hesitant whisper wrapped in uncertainty. No, when your soulmate speaks, you will hear the weight of everything they have carried in silence. There comes a point when emotions stop being something a person can quietly carry within themselves. What once felt uncertain slowly turns undeniable, and no amount of distance can keep it hidden forever. By the time they return to you, they will no longer be the same person who once admired you silently from the sidelines. Life, reflection, and truth will have reshaped them completely. What they feel will no longer be hesitation wrapped in confusion, but clarity built through time and understanding. And you will notice that change immediately. It will reveal itself in the calm certainty of their words, in the way they look at you, and in the honesty they can no longer hold back. Some people show temporary interest, but others arrive with intention, with the quiet confidence of someone who finally understands what truly matters to them. That kind of realization carries a different weight, a different energy altogether. Their decision will not come from pressure, loneliness, or fear of missing out. No one will have pushed them toward you. Instead, it will come from a deeply personal truth they could no longer ignore. The thought of letting you remain a what if became heavier than the fear of taking a chance. Somewhere along the way, they realized that certain connections are too meaningful to leave unfinished. And when they finally choose to step closer, it will not be impulsive or uncertain. It will be sincere, intentional, and real. The kind of choice made by someone who knows exactly what your presence means in their life. That possibility hurts them more than the risk of being vulnerable, so they will step forward. And when they do, they will not come offering confusion. They will come offering clarity, not mixed signals, not uncertainty, not emotional games, but honesty. The kind of honesty born from inner struggle, the kind that only appears after someone has wrestled with their own fear and emerged different. Listen carefully. Many people will be attracted to your light. Very few will transform themselves enough to deserve proximity to it. That is what makes this different. Your soulmate is not merely drawn to you anymore. They are becoming for you, becoming more disciplined, more emotionally aware, more intentional, more truthful with themselves than they have ever been before. Why? Because real love does not just create desire, it creates evolution. And that is the hidden truth behind everything you have felt. This connection was never meant to entertain you. It was meant to elevate both of you. You were meant to awaken each other, to challenge each other, to call each other into higher versions of yourselves, to reveal where fear still lived and where healing was still needed. That is why this journey felt so intense, because powerful love is not always peaceful in the beginning. Sometimes it begins with confusion, sometimes with distance, sometimes with silence, because before two souls can unite deeply, they must first become ready for what that union requires, and readiness changes people. Your soulmate is changing now. The walls are falling, the pride is weakening, the fear is losing power, and soon, the same person who once hesitated to reveal their feelings will be the one fighting to prove them. Because when someone nearly loses what matters most, they stop moving carelessly. They become intentional. They realize love is not just about feeling. It is about choosing, showing up, protecting what matters, building something worthy of the connection they have been given. That understanding is entering them now. So if your spirit has been telling you something major is approaching, trust it. What's unfolding between you and this person isn't built on illusion or temporary emotion. It's the quiet transformation that happens when someone finally understands the value of a connection they can no longer ignore. For a long time, they attempted to silence their feelings with reason, convincing themselves to stay distant and unaffected. Yet some bonds carry a presence that logic cannot erase. No matter how carefully they guarded their emotions, your impact stayed with them in ways they never expected. You became a constant thought, a rare kind of comfort, and a connection impossible to replace. There comes a moment when emotions stop feeling uncertain and start becoming undeniable. That moment is approaching for them now. What once felt confusing has become clear in their heart, and they are beginning to realize that love is not simply something to admire from afar, but something worth choosing completely. The person moving closer to you today is no longer the version that hesitated in silence or hid behind fear. They have been shaped by this connection, softened by its depth, and changed by the way you made them feel seen. And as the distance between both hearts slowly fades, what emerges is not a fantasy, but two people finally accepting something genuine that neither of them was ever truly meant to escape.